There's something most people never notice about difficult moments. They assume difficulty means resistance, that something is blocking progress. But difficulty isn't resistance, it's information. Every time life becomes uncomfortable, chaotic, or unfair, it's not random. It's revealing something that comfort never could. Yet most people rush to escape it. They distract themselves, they numb it, they wait for it to pass, and by doing that, they miss the advantage hidden inside it. When things are easy, nothing is visible. You don't notice inefficiency when it doesn't hurt. You don't question systems that still function. You don't refine skills that aren't being tested. Ease is comfortable, but it's also blinding. That's why long periods of comfort quietly weaken people. They build habits that only work in perfect conditions. They rely on assumptions that haven't been challenged. They confuse stability with strength. Difficulty breaks that illusion. It removes padding. It exposes what actually works when nothing else does. There's a specific moment where people diverge. It's not when things collapse, it's right after. When a plan fails, when time runs out, when resources disappear. Most people interpret that moment as a verdict. This isn't for me. I'm not built for this. I should stop. But that moment isn't a verdict. It's a transition point. It's the exact moment when surface-level strategies stop working and deeper ones become available. The people who create extraordinary outcomes don't escape this moment. They slow down inside it. Pressure doesn't destroy capability, it compresses it. Under pressure, unnecessary movement disappears. Noise falls away. Only what matters remains. That's why deadlines sharpen thinking, why loss clarifies priorities, why urgency produces decisions that months of comfort never could. Pressure forces honesty. You can't pretend anymore. You can't rely on half skills. You can't hide behind complexity. You're forced to ask a better question. What still works when everything else is stripped away? And that question changes everything. Most people try to restore their old plan after a disruption. They want things back the way they were. But disruption isn't asking to be reversed, it's asking to be used. Every breakdown is also a restructure, not an upgrade, not a motivational reset, a reorganization of effort. New constraints force new pathways. New limits create new leverage points. New pressure reveals combinations you never would have tried voluntarily. What looks like loss is often a rearrangement of potential, but only if you stop resisting it. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop asking how to eliminate the problem. Start asking what the problem is shaping you for, not philosophically, practically. What behaviors is it forcing? What assumptions is it breaking? What shortcuts is it removing? Difficulty is not trying to punish you. It's trying to refine the way you move through the world. Extraordinary outcomes don't come from smooth paths. They come from moments where the old way stops functioning, where comfort ends, where certainty disappears, where pressure makes everything obvious. That's not the end of progress. That's the beginning of precision. If you learn to read difficulty correctly, it stops being an obstacle and becomes an advantage very few people know how to use. Don't escape pressure. Extract from it.